Clap.
Damn, I cracked in the Audacity. Sorry. 25?
It'd make it easier for me to fit. No, I can't. 24. It's 24.
No,
I gotta
really?
double check that. I gotta double check that. Lore Hero podcast.
I think it's 24.
I think it is.
It is 24. The Riffmaster one was 23. Okay, it's 24.
Jack Bauer vibes. Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
I've never seen that show. Never heard.
My parents watched the shit out of that.
I know.
My parents
yeah,
watched so much 24. Hey, speaking of 24, hey, it's episode 24 of Lower Hero Podcast. Welcome to the show. I'm back with all my fellow co-hosts, JP, Jason, and Asai. Hey, where are you, Asai? That looks different.
I'm in my old room.
Why?
This is where I broke my bed in the brain power video.
Hey, yo.
This
is where I had a mental breakdown over woe memes and Zoidberg the cowboy. You know, all the classics.
Classic.
When my computer almost blew up.
He's keeping it classic with the mic quality, too. You guys have already recognized that. He does not have his regular setup.
I do not have my regular setup. I'm actually going to go out and see if I can get a boom mic so I can make this sound a little bit better, but, you know.
The things he does just for you. For free. We don't make money on this podcast just about yet. This is all for your enjoyment.
This episode is sponsored by... I'm just kidding. No. We good. No, dead ass. We have nothing. This is just
Not
a
yet.
passion project.
Maybe one.
It really is.
We're just out here.
But speaking of sponsored, I mean, technically, the last one was kind of sponsored with the Riffmaster stuff because we were all individually sponsored with PDP and Riffmaster. Although there was no money that exchanged hands for 3 out of 4 of us, they just sent us a free product.
Hey, now let's hold on. They are going to be paying me in the future, so let's be honest there. That's they will in the future. So
okay,
in the future, two
not
out of
right
the
now.
4 of us.
Not at the
Jake
moment.
and I are not being given any money.
But I do want to confirm that is a thing, and I want to be upfront about that. I don't want people later on to be like, "Whoa, you got money from them, now you're lying." No. So, hey, just as a heads up, that is in the future, but nothing yet. Just
we do proper disclosures here. Okay. Speaking of Riffmaster, so that happened.
It
did.
Yeah,
Dude,
it happens.
that sold out in like 15 minutes, 10 minutes,
like
even.
immediately.
Well, it was like 10 minutes for the Xbox. You know, the special faceplate or the special pit guards. They got that going on. That went out in like 10 minutes. 5 minutes later, the PlayStation models went out too, and then they just had to restock of just regular ones.
Yeah, without the face.
So that there. Far, Jason, your prediction was 1 hour, right? Something like that. You were telling.
I predicted 2 hours.
But like,
I said 1.
Said 2 hours.
I said 1 hour.
Quicker than that.
I wasn't sure. Like, I don't like to project that kind of stuff. But it seems that the hype is extremely real. And any naysayers, well, I mean, listen, the only time naysayers that they can really have are like, hey, go look at the resellers. Which, if you resell, you're bitch made. All right?
Bitch!
Sure.
Puts plasma in my piss.
And you know
I
what?
swear to God.
Jake, I'll let you take the stage on this one. Reiterate your tweet.
Yeah, let me I have a tweet I want to reiterate with you real quick.
Wait.
I hate when you do that voice. I really do.
I literally don't even care. So, I put out a tweet. What day was that? March 22nd. It was a few days after the Riffmaster came out, and I was searching on eBay for people who are reselling their pre-orders to a Riffmaster. By the way, they don't have it in their hands. They're just they clicked a button that said confirm order, and now they're selling that email to you. Essentially, is what they're doing. They're selling you a pre-order for $487.99, $489.99, $339.99. So I said verbatim. This is my tweet. If I said what I really wanted to say, I would get banned. Under no circumstances should anyone buy a scalped Riffmaster pre-order. If you're looking to throw down that kind of money, support one of the many talented guitar admirers in the scene that deserve it. Because if you're paying $500 for a Riffmaster, you are a moron. Because you could buy 3 better guitars for that kind of money. You don't need a Riffmaster for $500. There's not a single guitar controller in the world that is worth $500. The best ones you can possibly buy.
Is, bro. The Guitar
Max!
Arcade guitar. Guitar Arcade.
Okay, that doesn't count.
It's worth
That
more
doesn't
than
count.
that.
Doesn't count. It is more than that, actually. It's like 1,000. It's like 800 to 1,000. That's its own different thing. But any custom, hold on, real quick. Any custom guitars you can get made from a modder, max the most tippity toppity tier is like $250, and that's with like LED frets and authentication and like other whole cool fancy stuff. Generally, you can get that for like $150 to $200.
Yeah, I wanted to pivot off of that. You're bringing up authentication. These these guitars that have like the pass through and all that stuff, so that it can work on unmodded consoles, work on Xbox One. You know, it would already work on PlayStation 3, 4, and 5 unmodded.
Natively.
You don't have to do that because Sony is actually kind of based when it comes to
big time
easy to access controllers. Because I think the fighting game community also benefits heavily from just playing on PlayStation because of that. They just I think I just remember there's a guy who just used a bunch of adapters and he won a tournament with like a PlayStation 1 controller.
Oh, that's so fucked.
I don't remember what game it was, but it made headlines, and like I still remember it because it was crazy. But for the Xbox fans out there, these authentications, it's basically like you have a USB. Like take your Arduino guitar, right? Then you just have like a regular ass USB-A port to plug in an Xbox One controller, which you definitely have because you have an Xbox One. It's been
11 years. You have one.
Yeah. Okay. Uno reference. You have one. It came with your Xbox.
It came with your Xbox.
But yeah, it basically these adapters, like a Retrocool Mods Adapter V3, or these new guitars are going to have built-in authentication, which maybe I don't know yet, but I think the right move.
Mine are gonna have them like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say like that's
so.
kind of a big thing because I know there's like a lot of controller modders out there that are just trying to get their start. And so they're just playing it by the books and doing it the original way. But, there are going to be USB-A ports on these guitars. You plug in a controller, works on Xbox One. But also, that being said, I wanted to talk about the instrument mode.
And Xbox 360, no?
Xbox 360, I think you still have to do
unmodded authentication.
You need to have an Xbox 360 controller, and then you plug it in wired.
Yeah.
Which is what we're talking about, right? This is pretty much the exact same thing.
And
Xbox One controller. It's just the same thing, except for a different console.
Yeah, exactly.
And
no, but go ahead.
No, continue.
Well, yeah, I just want to finish up by saying, just because Fortnite Festival, when instrument mode gets added, they're still going to support keyboards. So even if you do have a custom controller, and you decide to buy a custom controller over a Riffmaster, because you want to shell out that type of money, you can probably just still tell it to be a keyboard, and then it'll still work on consoles, on PC. All that stuff off the rip, like that's actually insane to me.
Because there's a keybind for strumming, which would indicate that you can use a controller.
We talked about that on last episode, right?
Keyboard.
Something like that. I think we did.
I don't even know if we did or not. I don't remember.
Man, that's a great call out. That's a great call out. The fact that there's keyboard bindings means that people will be able to use Arduinos set to keyboard on console.
Oh yeah,
that is an insanely good call out.
No, and also it would work on Switch. Nintendo Switch
it would work on
has
Switch.
keyboard support. It does have keyboard support. You can plug in a USB keyboard. Okay, but
oh my god!
The thing is, I don't know. I don't exactly know if you could do traditional KBM on Fortnite. But what if that's a flip of a switch? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's like just keyboard input. Oh yeah, we know what you're doing it for. Guitar support. Like Epic. If you're listening, make sure you could just. Or Nintendo.
Nintendo's probably the bigger one here.
Nintendo ain't listening.
Watching.
They're not listening.
Oh, you never know. They got shooters. They're listening to all the smallest parts of the internet.
They do.
Yeah, they
video
got
with 20
ninjas,
views with a link to some wacky website. Gone.
Or check out my Pokemon mod. I worked so hard on it. 5 subscribers, 10 views.
And I uploaded this video 8 years ago.
No, I was gonna be like,
just happened.
It did.
Hey, we're Nintendo. We're showing up to your house with a gun. Like,
yeah. That's essentially what they do. Don't show up to any of our houses for making fun of you, by the way.
One more, it's like that meme where it's like some kid was so loved the Game Boy so much but couldn't afford it, so he made a Game Boy himself. Doug Bowser traveled to Brazil himself to give him a cease and desist letter. It's just like that. Okay, I'm done.
That's pretty cool. I wanted to say earlier that this authentication thing, we're just kind of glossing over it. That's huge. To allow like unmodded consoles to use Arduinos, because that's been the big thing, right? Arduinos have been able to you've been able to use an Arduino guitar, it's provided it's set up properly in the software on any console for a long time, except for like PS2. I don't know if PS2 works for that yet. People are making a custom OPL version.
Yeah,
there's a custom OPL. You can use it. Okay, this is so crazy.
World Tour and onward, right?
Aerosmith all the way up to Band Hero. You can set your Arduino to X input. and it will work.
And then use the USB on a FAT. Yeah.
On a FAT, yeah. But yeah, if you're trying to use it on Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 80s, you need to have and Guitar Hero 3, you need to use Pad Emu or something like that. Pad Emu with a special build of OPL, which I have yet to set up because
because
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I haven't done that either. I have to fully reconfigure my free hard drive boot because it just doesn't work right now. It's like
but you're done with PS2 anyway. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm set. I'm set. The gauntlet's over. Yep. But by the time you guys are watching this, the gauntlet's over. I finished yesterday. I finished Warriors of Rock yesterday. And man, that's going to be a long day when I get to that. Today, as of when we're recording this, I have Guitar Hero 5.
Wow, you're looking bright after Warriors of Rock, dude. How did it go?
I'm dead inside. After Guitar Hero 5, though, I'm wearing the red flannel because of Guitar Hero 5. That's a light 4.
That's cool.
Light 4 for me, dog.
I put on the Metallica shirt specifically for you, and that's it. You know, it's for the gauntlet, right? There you go.
I used to have a World Tour pre-order shirt from GameStop, and
I had that too.
I know the one.
I had that. I had two of them. I think it was like it was way too big because they ran out of sizes.
Mine was too big too, and
but it would have fit me now.
But
it would have fit me.
I think that like the graphics over time just deteriorated. You know,
it's like one of those cheap iron, not like a cheap, like one of those bad cheap iron.
I didn't know back then that like when you put graphic tees in a washer, like you want to turn them inside out. That's like the pro tip.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the play.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, like with the auth stuff, you know, like I mean, Sandtroller is why this is all possible, right? Like Sanjay figured out authentication a while ago, but he didn't want to put it on the old firmware because the old firmware was primarily made for Arduino Pro Micros and Unos and stuff, right? And it was made before Raspberry Pi Picos came out, and then once the Pico came out, it really changed everything because it had like double the configurable pins that you could wire stuff to, and it was faster, it was cheaper, it was more reliable, like everything about it was better. And now with Sandtroller, a lot of different features have been added. Like another cool thing recently added that I think Katana posted about was that like there's more options to configure LEDs now. So you can have your LEDs be a solid. You can have them be a solid color when you're not pressing them, and then have them change color when you press them, which is really cool, right? Like you can have them be purple, you know.
JP, you remember when it was like a pipe dream? Like thinking about like just pressing a button and it lights up when it's like reactive.
Yeah,
lights. We're just like, how is that going to work? How would we do that?
I mean, like,
it's like, and everyone was just like, that's not going to happen. It won't happen, you know. Like,
and when thinking about it now, it's really not that hard of a thing to like do electrically.
Also, you remember that guy that was playing the first ever mechanical fret guitar on that Score Hero thread, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. He figured it out.
We did reference that. This was like 7 years ago when we were talking about modded guitars and stuff like that in that Facebook group, JP, and like custom frets were being made, and it was just like man, if we could have light up frets, it would, like, you press it down, it would light up. That'd be so cool. And we're like, that's like too much money and too much resources to do.
Well, back then it was.
It really was.
Right? It was
because of that Frankenstein. I call it the Frankenstein guitar because he was playing Frankenstein.
Because he was playing Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I agree.
Frankenstein, and it was green. It was a green guitar, so he probably named it that. But yeah, no, it's just like now, come full circle, the tech is all here. You know,
it's really amazing.
Insane.
It's really amazing about the tech, like, because you know, like, I don't like I myself don't claim to be like a master electrician or like, you know, engineer or anything. You know, I've made basic stuff, but when you look at stuff like Funky and Noise have made with like the whole, you know, like one size fits all board, and like you know, like the solderless kits and stuff like that, like even like the RAFnet alternatives, because you know, RAFnet was too expensive, it was harder to get, and now you have a cheaper alternative that works significantly better in comparison in a lot of ways, right? Like, you're getting way more value for your money when you buy, like, a Sandtroller-based adapter. But, like, it's really amazing to see what Sanjay has been able to cook up with Sandtroller.
He's been doing this since, like, 2019, man. Like, he's really been going all in. So, shout out to Sanjay. You have so many
options now. Yeah, big shout outs to Sanjay. If you make any products and you use any program of his, like Sandtroller or even Guitar Configurator, go sponsor him on GitHub.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
Like, he would just be it would just be his face on Mount Rushmore. It would be four of him.
It really would be. Like, we wouldn't.
It'd be four things, dude.
I think people forget that, like, we wouldn't really, we wouldn't have all of this stuff if it wasn't for him. Like, I wouldn't be selling guitars. Like, most people wouldn't be selling guitars. Like, the only person that I can think of in the game that really made his own firmware was Super Ryan. And, like, I don't even know if he does stuff anymore, right? But, like, he's had his own firmware.
I want to say he's moving on because he's taken that knowledge, like, to bigger things other than guitars.
Yeah,
but I want to say that he
awesome.
might still be making guitars, but he was
possible.
making Arduinos in 2019. Like, I bought
early.
2 guitars off of him very early, and with 3D printed mech frets and early models and stuff.
And they had LEDs,
They had reactive
LEDs.
They have reactive LEDs, and I was like, this is the future.
He was before his time.
Yeah,
so wild.
He was kind of just he was doing everything before the breakthrough, and he was like making his own firmware, which is, I don't even know if it's open source or not, but he was like, last time that I remember, he was trying to get it to work on consoles, but it was kind of just like maybe like a flip of a switch cut type of deal. It's like, oh, you want this to work on PS4, press this button, or like do this button combo after pressing this, or something like that.
Again, PlayStation's easier in comparison.
Yeah, because PlayStation is much easier. But
to break it down auth for people, I guess, who may not really understand what we mean. So the Xbox family of consoles basically have a, if I could dumb it down as much as possible, like when you plug in an Xbox controller, the console says to it, "Hey, solve this problem," right? And it's like a key. Right, like you put it.
It's a handshake that they're doing.
Yeah, they perform a handshake, right? And so controllers have an authentication chip implemented to them, and that's why if you want to make controllers for an Xbox console, you have to get officially licensed by Microsoft, because the only company that's going to sell you those chips is Microsoft.
Because they have the encryption keys. They're the only ones that can.
They're the only ones that can. And it has not been publicly cracked. It's theorized that it's privately cracked, and to be fair, probably is. Like, at least for Xbox 360, the stuff.
But that's huge, man. Like,
but basically, like when you plug in, when you go through auth, so you'll have a USB-A port on a guitar. You'll plug in an Xbox 360 controller, and it'll basically, when you plug in the guitar and then plug in the Xbox controller, the guitar will be like, hey, look at me, I'm a real controller, and the Xbox will be like, yeah, you're real. I'll let you use. I'll let you work. And then guess what? Once you've authenticated, you can unplug the Xbox controller,
and then the guitar just works because the Xbox is like, all right, this is a real guitar. Nothing fishy here.
It only checks once. Yep.
Basically, like the actual Xbox controller is just giving your friend a badge to get into the convention.
Pretty much.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
In the convention, you're fine. It doesn't
That's exactly
matter.
it. That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, if you unplug it, then you have to do the same thing. But I mean, it's gonna change everything because. We could segue into the fact the console meta is fucking massive right now.
Yeah,
dude.
And the best console is the Xbox 360. So it's this is what most people play on.
PS3 has no games.
Yeah,
PS3 doesn't have a
never
single
had
game.
games and never
It does
did.
have Giant Enemy Crab.
It did.
Sure, shit doesn't have good hardware.
Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet was good.
I played Little Big Planet. It did have one game.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
It had the Sly Cooper collection, so it had 1.25 games because those are PS2.
No, Sly
ports.
Cooper was on PS2.
No, but they ported it as like an HD collection.
Yeah, but then you had the same experience on PS2.
And then they made Sly 4, and apparently it's not that good. So
It's so funny
you just played on PS2.
yeah,
It's so funny that this is like still a meme that's going on. Like it was a joke way back when PS3. There's no games on the PS3. There's no games.
Yeah,
and then PS4 had quite a few games, but then PS5
had games. No, they could.
PS4 did have games.
They did.
PS5 actually has no games. Like, what
really
are the
doesn't.
PS5 exclusives?
It really
There's like,
doesn't
what,
have
5?
games.
Astro's Playworld? Does that fucking count? No. That doesn't count.
What about Oh, that's a PS3 game.
It does have Demon Souls, but it is a remake of a PS3 game. PS5
Albeit a very, very good remake of a PS3 game.
Yes, I hopped on there for the first 10 minutes to try out the Riffmaster. I want to see if the joystick would work on Demon Souls. It didn't.
Oh.
Sad.
Yeah.
And so... Yeah,
I have a question real quick, guys. Hold on.
Yeah,
so you talk about
you're thinking about something. You could.
I am. I'm over here and I'm trying to think about. So I don't know as much about the handshake process with controller authorization, things like that. And I'm been just kind of soaking it in, listening because I don't know. I'm learning, right? I love this podcast for that reason because we all come with our own knowledge. So thank you guys for just sharing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But on my side, I have the question of, okay, so we know the handshake procedure for each of these. When it comes to Rock Band guitars, is part of this the reason why Whammy is harder to get to work on PlayStation guitars when it comes to Rock Band? Is it a different procedure?
Yeah, you go first. You're the controller man. You go first.
So my theory personally is that because this has historically been a problem with PlayStation guitars, like the Les Paul, the whammy, or no, I think the whammy works, but like tilt doesn't work. Like tilt never works on PlayStation guitars, and it's something to do with the signal it sends out. Like whatever it's telling it, like whatever it tells the PlayStation, hey, it's tilt, activate star power. Like for whatever reason, PC cannot interpret, and I don't really know why, to be honest. It's very bizarre, but
okay,
I have something for that. Alec? I was gonna say, bro, have you tried your PlayStation Riffmaster on Steam Deck? You need to try it on Linux.
I know. I need.
You very much need to try it on Linux because what if it's a Windows problem? You know what I mean?
What?
It probably is a Windows problem.
What if it's a Windows problem?
That's what I think.
So it works on Linux.
It is a Windows issue. It's very well might because
we don't
Xbox
know.
works natively.
The Xbox one works natively on Steam Deck. Like Linux, I plugged it in, I connected it up, everything works. Even the joystick on the back works, whammy works, and the tilt sends off like a trigger axis. So
these guys probably programmed it on Linux. Like let's be
of course,
real,
yeah. I mean, like
they definitely did. Yeah, like the drivers were probably made.
The real thing was just like, does the PlayStation one send all the signals? All to the Steam Deck. Like I really want you to try that, JP. Even if
I'll try it out. Yeah.
I need to. Fuck it. Hey, do it right now, bro. Do it live for the pod, bro.
Do it live.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
We'll do it live.
I don't have a game where I can check if it works or not on there.
Well, oh no, I was just gonna say, does it? You can test the inputs in the Steam OS itself, and you can see all the axes moving. That's how I was able to find out that the Riffmaster analog stick is actually the right analog stick. So like,
so that's the one that looks around, not moves.
Well, yeah,
so
because you have to use the right. You have to use the right analog stick for emotes. Yep.
Yeah, I thought maybe it'd just be so you could run up to the little song selection menu. But
I have a theory about that too. What if in Fortnite Festival they make it switch between left and right?
I think that's what they're going to do.
You know what I mean? I think it's going to be that.
Yes,
I think it'll be a double.
Both.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to do
just for that game.
I think it's just going to do a basic check, like if in gameplay equals right stick, if not in gameplay equals left stick. Like that's really it.
Yeah.
It pushes in.
It pushes.
It does push in.
Ooh, that could be a toggle.
Maybe
it could be a toggle.
Maybe it'll be a toggle. That would be really interesting.
I'm just
huge.
Because it has the click.
Yeah.
So
because there's no other reason to do that too, right? There's nothing.
And it might flash on the screen.
You need to
click in Riffmaster stick to move, and it'll be like a little like image saying.
We figured it out. We figured it out, PDP.
Well, I don't know. I just got theories here, man.
We're spitballing. We're literally throwing shit at the wall.
If you're
listening,
fog juice shots for everybody. If we're wrong.
I just had this thought too. I don't know why this never clicked with me before, but the Riffmaster will be the best guitar to use in Fortnite Festival because of that little stick. Any other guitar you have will not have an analog stick up there, so if you want to do any sort of emotes or whatever they choose to do,
unless you're on
unless
PC,
you have a Wii LP,
you just press B.
Unless you're on PC. Unless you're on PC, because you can buy. Well, actually, no, because if you're using Arduino stuff and you have like the D-pad and extra shit, you probably don't use the D-pad in normal gameplay, right? But you can bind the D-pad to other things.
I was gonna say, if you're using Arduino, just map it to be a keyboard.
You can do, you can do anything. Never mind. Yeah, I'm wrong. I recant my statement.
Fog juice for everything.
Idiot! No, I'm just kidding.
Moron!
Fog juice for everything.
Point and laugh.
Bitch! Oh no!
That's so funny.
I'm good. I'm good.
They remind me of the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode. One of the best ones, where Mac is disproving science. Where it's like, Galileo, who's pretty smart, but guess what? He turned out to be wrong sometimes. He was a bitch. Secret science bitch. Aristotle. Bitch.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I don't even know what we were doing. What were we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about Riz.
We're talking about
authentication, Riffmaster. How do we backtrack? Want to go back to authentication? What more is there to tread there?
I was trying to segue into the console meta and it being so big because you're doing the gauntlet. Brady has been going for full Series FC on drums on Guitar Hero.
There's one song left as of our recording.
Hot for Teacher. and that's going to
I'm
be
assuming
really
that's
tough.
on Van
Okay.
Halen, of course.
All right, I want to say
Yeah,
that's
it's the
never
Van
been,
Halen one.
That's never been FC'd on 5-lane drums.
That does not
Yes, it
surprise
has.
me in the slightest.
Yes, it has.
That
yes,
does
it
not
has?
surprise
Who
me.
FC'd on 5-lane?
I'm pretty sure Joel did that. Joel D77.
Oh, yeah, he's
he?
a monster. He is a monster.
Well, he's the only one, either way.
Either way,
So-
yeah, because... Okay, so funny lore about Hot for Teacher Expert Plus drums. The first ever FC was on PS2.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a
Yeah.
rock. He was playing on a Rock Band 1 kit.
Yeah, I
don't know
remember
if it
the
was a
video.
Rock
It sounds
Band
like
1 kit.
shit.
It sounds
It was loud as
terrible.
fuck.
It
It was
looks
so
terrible.
clicky
He's a
clacky.
beast. Yeah, it sounded like he was playing on a Rock Band 1 stock kit with like just 2 pedals. He just had 2
Yeah, you
pedals.
know exactly how that kit sounds too. Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
I can
but
hear
like
it.
I don't know.
Here it is. The Drum Freak 109 is his name. Here's a link for you fellas.
Oh no,
This
the
video is
drum
insane.
freak.
This video is absolutely
yeah,
insane.
I remember this video. Yeah, Team Epic fail. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. The intro, the way it sounds, it just sounds like there's gunfight. He sounds like he's in the middle of a war-torn area.
Yeah, this is definitely a Rock Band 1 kit, dude.
I don't know. It might be a Rock Band 2 kit. I don't know. It
There's
kinda
artillery
sounds like
fire in the
damping.
background.
But also, this camera
There's
looks
a
like
gunship up above.
It was probably recorded with like a 2-megapixel camera. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But that's it. That's just it, though. These are the glory days.
It was like 2011.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit late to be using a camera like this in 2011, but I don't judge. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone's got to record
And
some way, somehow.
You can see old names on this. Names are still around. We got Ace in the comments, Nuno, Elliot.
Plastic drink, yo. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cabanon. Shout out
see.
Cabanon. Real ones know
Yeah,
about
Cabanon, bro.
Cabanon.
Yep,
Soulless
yep.
Cooper.
He's
Long
still
time.
he's
He's
still very
around.
active.
He is the reason that we have all of the PS3 Guitar Hero DLC preserved.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out
Wow.
Cabanon.
I didn't
I worked with
Pascal
him with that.
commented.
Elliot's on here saying, "Give this man a PS3." That's so funny.
This guy just stopped uploading 12 years ago, huh?
Yeah, this is.
Damn.
You have to
dipped out
remember,
after
like
this.
there were people like this back then who would do like one really difficult thing and then never upload again.
That's
Like-
so wild.
Yeah.
This was kind of a regular occurrence, like Super Marble. He got the first ever I'm the One FC. He really didn't do anything after that. Like,
Well, he got the full series FC, but after that he just kind of disappeared.
FC, but he didn't really upload that often to begin with, you know.
I believe he's still around. He's still like watching.
Well,
He came back.
He does
Yeah.
Super Mario
He came back.
64
He did come back,
task
yep.
stuff.
Yeah,
He
he
does
does
Super Mario
the
64
half A
stuff, yeah.
the half A press stuff, right?
Yeah, he does the half A press
Which is
stuff,
insane.
crazy.
That is some insane stuff. Which
Yeah.
we will not go into detail because we will go down a very big rabbit hole. If we talk
We'd have to
about
have
that.
Pan and Koic on the podcast, and I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Jesus Christ, oh, dude, get Super Marble himself on here, bro. You know, like he's got
That would
knowledge
be a
about the
get.
game. He what was I gonna say? Super Marble also he was like one of the very first full series F-Series too.
That brings me to a new segue. We have a new full series FSFC'er this week. It is Nolan, aka Slash No, aka
Oh, Slash
Daisy.
No.
Slash
Who
no.
also
He just
got second ever Hot for Teacher expert drums. And
Yes.
this full series FC is absolutely insane because he is one instrument away from one man band full series FC,
Wow.
which has never
which
been
would
done.
be first ever.
Which
Yeah.
would be first ever. He's only
Yeah.
got vocals left,
He just has to clean up vocals, which
Pretty
apparently
nice.
is very tough.
which is terrible. It is the worst because playing Rock Band 1 and 2, I don't know like what the I don't know what the etiquette is if you do like Rock Band 1 and 2 inside of Rock Band 3 or 4 or something like that. I don't know if that's a thing. But if it's Guitar Hero, I think exports sometimes aren't beneficial.
No,
like
they make it harder sometimes.
Sometimes they
especially
just make
with
it a
straw.
lot
They
harder.
do.
Like there are some songs in Guitar Hero 5 which are really hard in Warriors of Rock if you have the export. And like if you play some Band Hero songs on Warriors of Rock, it's not great. Something like that. I don't know. Some of them are easier though, but it's just not beneficial. So you might as well just be doing them on the regular game. Yes, full series FC. Yeah, no, I forget Guitar Hero and Rock Band are different games. So yeah, new full series.
He's
FC
also
or-
really
no,
he's also
yeah.
really fucking good at Rock Band though. Like,
Dude, he has
He
the
is.
most.
Yeah.
He has the most FCs like in Rock Band. I'm pretty sure he has so many keys
Yeah.
FCs.
Overall, he has
he
like
does.
21,900 FCs.
That's
what he
so
told me.
fucked. And this is a dude that has been
Damn.
posting on YouTube since he was 6 or 7.
Or wait,
Wow.
I might have just conflated. I think he might have been talking about somebody else. What's his name? Drama Comic. I think Drama Comic has 21,000. But Nolan has a shit ton of FCs too.
Nolan has a lot.
And I mean, Nolan was even trying to see like, would Retribution be possible on fucking Harrogate? And I think even he was like, nah, man, I'm not doing that.
There's got to be a breakthrough. There has to be a breakthrough.
So
I feel like
Nolan
Randy could do it.
Nolan has an alt channel. He has many of them, but he has one alt channel called Guitar Hero Sucks. A riff on my old name, Guitar Hero Rocks.
He does. And it's the Rock Revolution game logo.
Yeah,
he's going
for a while he was posting all his.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for a while he was posting all his bass FCs. Now he's posting all his vocals FCs, and his channel description is: "I have more unique expert FCs on Guitar Hero and Rock Band than Tuvalu has citizens."
There's 621.
The country of Tuvalu. Let's go real quick. Let's look up the country of Tuvalu. The population is 11,204. So Nolan has more than 11,204 FCs.
Is this the PS2 version, bro?
Yes.
What?
Yes. He is FCing the vocals on PS2 because apparently it is miles easier than 360.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It looks so bad. Like
it
looks like dog shit,
really
and I'm surprised he has the wherewithal to sit through the PS2 awfulness. Long ass load times too.
You know what? It still counts at the end of the day. It
counts.
Unless you want to be that guy pedantic about it and be like Xbox 360 only type beat.
Dude,
it doesn't matter.
If you watch this Whiplash FC, like
the animations are dog shit.
The song is so delayed.
Man.
Or it's early. Like the lyrics, like the singing happens like 3 seconds before he actually gets to the lyrics, and it just keeps getting worse.
I think he probably made the calibration super early.
Oh no, he definitely did. Because these games always benefited from having early calibration of vocals.
Look at that Lars face.
Yeah,
my
dude.
God, it looks rough.
There's quite a few cursed moments in here.
Cursed as hell.
There's a part.
For my purposes.
There's a part where it zooms out of the venue, and it's just, you can't see the crowd. It's black. Like, there's nothing there.
Yeah, dude, the way they did these PS2 games was some weird shit. That crowd doesn't exist.
What was it, Budcat? And Vicarious Visions?
Right.
Vicarious Visions did, like, the bulk of the game, and then, like, Budcat ported them. So, I mean, they did a job. They did what they were paid to do.
Dude, Kirk's the band members set out.
I want to say
the animation are terrible.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
They stand out so different from everything else. Like the animated characters, it's as if they're playing on a flat really PNG. It's like there's just a flat PNG of the background, and then they're just there in front of it.
No, you watch the Guitar Hero 5 videos, they do just that. They play on top of an FMV. Sure. They play on top of an FMV, Donkey Kong Country style. Or no, it's more like Resident Evil. That's the more like modern comparison to it.
Okay. I had to take a screenshot of this and share it because I didn't edit that just now. What is happening to his neck?
Holy
Look at it.
You got a long ass neck, James.
Oh,
can count the pencils in that too,
bro. Oh my god. Okay, I also want to say that
move on past that real quick.
I could visually see how much looser this engine is for vocals, bro.
Oh,
you can see how much he's getting away with. I'm watching. Hold on, let me copy this. That's probably gonna be so loud. My clacky keyboard is right next to my microphone. It's so loud in Audacity. Jesus.
Hey, Discord didn't pick much of it up.
Yeah. So it's probably
so we didn't
loud.
hear it.
But
you guys did.
Look at the rock show and like skip to like the chorus. Cause like on vocals it's like na 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 na. So like you're moving.
There's a lot of movements there, yeah.
Dude, he is like missing a whole bunch of these, and it still comes out with excellent. Like I love that. I just love that.
Yeah,
because these vocal engines deserve it because they're dookie. The vocal engines are bad in Guitar Hero. They're not.
Oh my god, he missed so much.
He misses so much.
112. I watched 112.
Yeah, 112.
Half of the phrase is gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
But hey, it counts. It's legit. It's a release
game,
unmodded.
Bro,
there.
Can we talk about the rock meter? Because what the fuck is that, man?
What were they cooking?
What the fuck is that?
It looks sad.
It looks like a plug and play type beat.
It almost looks like a Master Chief type helmet, but if like Master Chief's like laying down at like a 45-degree angle.
Come on, man! It looks like Amogus. Come on, it just looks like Amogus.
Amogus.
Don't say that.
Yeah, this looks like
it does.
Jake, can you put that side by side? I'll make sure that I'll put both pictures in there at this timestamp. So
get me a picture and I'll put it in.
Yeah. No,
Like,
we
just
have
like,
to do
why?
this.
Why couldn't they use the textures like? I don't understand.
It's too high quality for a PS2, JP. That game
So just
it came out in
compress the
2000.
shit out of it.
The console came out in the year 2000. JP can't
All right, well, I guess
handle
you
it.
know what
There's
we.
Amogus, bro.
There we
All
go.
right, guys,
Okay,
look,
perfect.
we could talk about the fact that Rock Band 1 on Wii uses video backgrounds.
Yeah, it does. And PS2.
You know, and I'd like to believe that they very much tried to, like despite the game coming out 1 year later than it had, it was delayed by a year for Wii, and everyone was pissed because it only came out on Xbox and PS3. And
That's why I got it for Wii.
Since they had like the video backgrounds for Rock Band 1, but then they came back on Wii for Rock Band 2, they had 3D backgrounds. They probably got really close to finishing it for Rock Band 1, where they're like, no, we can't ship it like this, just do it like PS2, no one's gonna notice. You know what I mean?
Everybody knows.
Because they got it working for Rock Band 2.
Yeah.
Rock Band 2
never
has actually animated
played.
backgrounds.
I never played Rock Band on Wii, so I didn't know that. You guys are literally
Neither did
just
I.
blowing my mind left and right today.
So here's
Rock
the thing.
Band 2 is a huge improvement over Rock Band 1 on the Wii.
Yeah.
Like,
So
big
here's the
improvement.
thing about Rock Band 1 and like the full motion videos in the background. Like the PS2 was running on fumes at that point, but somehow they managed to get a working practice mode. Somehow they managed to get 4 people in multiplayer on screen. Somehow, nobody knows.
They did
how
what Fortnite
that.
Festival can't do.
Well, I mean, hey, are they going to do that in the future? They got a good track record.
Who knows?
If they release Through the
Actually-
Fire and Flames without practice mode, I will laugh so hard.
That'd be hilarious.
And I'll be like, all right, we got to go back to watching videos.
I
Oh,
got
you
comments
only just
on-
said
on-
that to
Alive.
somebody. I just said that to
yeah.
somebody.
Bring that
oh,
back.
God.
I
just got a
saw you.
comment
I
the other
saw
day
you
on my
reply with
Riffmaster
that on a
video.
comment on TikTok. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But
I did. Oh,
But
God.
it also,
Pro tip.
watching videos, to practice is still not something you completely give up. Like, there's still
Shit, I
like,
did that
little
last
bits-
night.
Yeah, you want to go frame by frame and be like, okay,
Dude, I
how do
had
do
to
this?
watch the organ solo and Carry On My Wayward Son because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like,
Yeah,
the
I just
chiasm
want to sit down
pattern,
and analyze it too.
well, the chiasm
yeah.
pattern, I found I was doing it like the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I was
sure,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I feel for
And, like,
people who are playing that on controller because, man, they are definitely
must be fucking
upping the
hard.
Dude,
difficulty.
it makes sense on controller. It makes sense.
it's probably easier on controller. I'm
It
not
makes
gonna
Does
a
it?
lot of sense because you're
Yeah.
you're basically dancing left and right. If we're talking default controls here, you don't change it. Your left, right D-pad, and then square, triangle, circle. You're just dancing
Yeah, you're
left
doing-
and right on left and right D-pad and square
Yeah,
and circle.
that's it.
For those who are not playing on default, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't help you.
For-
But
for
it
those
makes
of
a
us
whole
who are
lot of
playing on
sense. And
Scroll lock.
I had a feeling that that's how it was going to be. I was like envisioning in my mind. I was like, they're not going to do like straight up zigzags. They got to make it flow properly. And
No, they
it
can't
far-
do a zigzag. They
it
literally
far
cannot do a
exceeded
zigzag.
my expectations. They are much less.
Yeah,
scared
I was
to
like,
go in
that
now.
dude, that shit jump scared me. I was like, oh, like it seriously jump scared me.
And
Yeah, is that the hardest lead song now? Is it the
Well, no,
hardest
I-
song to FCN lead right now?
Honestly, I would argue that the trill in the beginning of the organ solo and getting out of that is like the most difficult part because
it's very fast.
Your first instinct on a guitar is to anchor. in
And,
my opinion.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
it's the hardest to FC, I think, for someone who's getting really good because it's a true testament to how patient you are to seeing a song like 6 minutes like that.
Yeah,
end.
6 minutes
That's
long
a
song.
longer
Longest
track.
song
That
in
is
the
a
game, I
longer
It is
think.
track.
long.
I think
It's-
Zombie beats it out by a couple of seconds. I
Does
think.
it?
It's
Okay, close
one
enough.
of those situations where this should be the first time. I'm going to get frickin' people saying you love Festival too much. I think they're smart as fuck for the way they've been doing the difficulty curve. Because again, if we take ourselves out of the hardcore community right now, pull back to people who are just doing their first rhythm game, right? They've been introducing people to difficulty slowly but surely. Now we've got one more hard thing. But the nice part is this is the first song where we have a hard part that you have nerves afterwards. You have to hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
You do because it's not over.
It's not
You
over.
have 2 solos.
There's
You
more
have 2
solos.
whole-
Yes.
No,
And
3. No, you have
three.
3 whole guitar solos after
Yeah,
that.
and they're
All
not
coming
crazy,
after.
but they're still not easy.
Right.
Yeah.
And that I think
Yeah.
that's on purpose, right?
Yeah,
Everyone who's
it
like,
totally
oh,
is.
this is not actually as hard as people are making it. This isn't for you. That's not for you.
No, it's not.
What about the
And
people
honestly,
who are
like,
just getting into
like,
it?
fuck off, because it is hard. Like, I'm saying that right
It
now.
is.
Like,
I didn't
actually,
FC
it is a difficult. I played it twice. I didn't get close to FCing it. Meanwhile, Jason FC'd on Sirens. So.
Wait, I thought I sucked at this game.
Yeah.
But he's the festival man. He should be the one to FC it first try.
Festival
God
man.
damn it.
Festival man. And then, Alec hit that part on sight read, too. I think you missed right at the end of the
Well,
song.
that's-
Oh
that
yeah,
was just
because my
out,
finger got stuck on the fret. I was
Yeah.
and I was using the Retrocult mods kit, and I was like,
Oh, shit.
and I talked about that on stream, and I was like, yeah, I like this custom kit a lot. I just had to sand down one of the frets a bit, and also sand down the inside of this guitar that has not been used in 15 years.
Yeah.
So like, there was like gamer gunk and shit in the guitar, and I had to clean it up. So
Gunk.
like that's what happened. I was like, oh no, I just missed the FC. But then I saw that Jason FC, and I was like, it's fine. It's all good. We're good. We're good. So
Yo,
Jason got first ever.
yeah, you
So,
did get first ever. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Surely.
okay, it's not something to really brag about, though, because we had it earlier,
No, 'cause we-
right?
yeah.
I,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
cheated.
But hey, man, we're still racing at this point.
yeah, it is still really fun.
We need all the advantages we can get. The
Like-
dudes on the top leaderboards, they don't play. They don't play around. Those guys will come and crack your skull. Those guys do not play for.
I wanted to bring this up. I think as of today is Sunday that we're recording. Yesterday, I saw that MD Curtis was doing a drums tournament, no overdrive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we ever spoke about those tournaments, but he did post the rules on a YouTube community post.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, it's just it's a run-of-the-mill 1v1, but what they do is they unbind their overdrive keys. It's just like, no
So,
overdrive
like, if they accidentally go
No
to press it,
activations.
it's like not like, oh shit,
Yeah,
it's
if,
starting the song.
if their muscle memory
Yeah.
kicks in, it's just nothing happens.
Which
I think
it
that's
will.
really cool.
I think
Smart.
it will. But that's I
could
like
to-
that though. That's awesome.
I could totally see
think
that
that's really
happening. I can definitely see that happening, like, sometime down the line when there's harder stuff involved with
Sure.
the game. I've been trying to like drum up and like what are the hardest like songs of each one, and then be like, okay, if we like theoretically had a tournament, what would the song pool be like, and what instrument would it be on? So it's like, okay, you're good at festival, time to play. All right, you got to choose from like these 5 songs. You got like Sandstorm, you got Sandstorm lead, you got like Highway Tune on guitar, you got I on vocals, and then if there's a tiebreaker or something, then you got Carry On Wayward Son lead. Like I think a whole like 1v1 tournament is in like really good hands. Well, whether or not this new competitive mode is going to be as engaging as we think it's going to be,
I'm excited for it.
like
man.
I'm
I'm
just
excited to see if
thinking
they're cooking up.
as a traditional Guitar Hero Rock Band like tournament. I don't know what other rhythm game tournaments are like, but I'm saying the bare minimum. Hey, here you go. 1v1, best of 3 or best of 5 or whatever. Here's the songs you can choose from. You have bands or whatever. These are the instruments to be playing on. Because the whole playing field is just so... The whole playing level is just kind of evened out because there are just controller players. The best players in the world on festival are controller players.
yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and you don't have to remember paths. It's all about hitting perfects. Literally, that's all it is.
Yeah,
FCing it and hitting
honestly,
perfects.
man,
Depends on the song.
Like,
It
Chords.
does depend on the song.
Chords, man.
it does depend.
Overdrive
I think
can be
pad,
brutal.
I think pad is easier than guitar. I think that we are overcomplicating it, but like
I think
still
the
have fun on
easiest
guitar.
the easiest is keyboard. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah.
For sure.
Easiest is
Yeah.
keyboard.
Yeah, of
When I
the
went-
default methods. Yeah,
Dude, when I went to Texas for the Around the Bar podcast, which should be out this week as this episode is airing. Should be out
go
this
watch
week,
it.
too.
if it's up by the time this is out.
If
I'll
it's
put it
out
on
by the
this
time
week.
it's up, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But like, I was playing with my buddy, and she plays on keyboard, and so every single we were just hanging out like in our downtime. We were like, "Hey, you want to play festival? You want to play festival?" I was playing on fucking Xbox Cloud Gaming on my Steam Deck.
Oh my
Which is
God.
not as bad as
Man.
not as bad as it sounds. It's not as bad as it sounds if you mute the game.
That was playable. If you mute the game, yeah.
I was
if
not
you
gonna
don't
sit there
listen to
and
the
count it.
music
But the
in the
input-
rhythm game,
Dude, the input was nice. The input was nice. But
That's surprising.
not on my phone. I was on my Steam Deck. But then she was playing on keyboard, and like every single session we would just play 8-bit beat vocals. Every single session, because it was like at the top of the list. This was before last week's drop. And she was just cleaning house, like on 8-bit beat. And I was like, yeah, keyboard's like really easy, isn't it? She's like, yeah, this game's easy. I just got to get pathing down because I got my perfects down. I just got to get pathing down. I'm like, that's what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. Hitting perfects and pathing, like, objectively just make you a better player at Festival. And then when it comes to these no overdrive tournaments, the only thing that matters is hitting the notes. Perfect. Hitting the notes, FC'ing, and perfects. And I think there's going to be like some sub-category of a Fortnite Festival player that just does that.
Yeah, I think that's
just does that. And
I think that's really cool.
One of them. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. It's an interesting idea for a tournament rule set for this type of game. Just who can do more perfects.
Sure, it is. And I think that this is, this is a hard topic to thread the needle on, but it makes sense to me why there's such a huge gap in the community between how people view Festival and the difficulty. Like, for somebody like a Curtis who's played, way more intense rhythm games when it comes to note input, of course he's going to demolish
DJ Max videos are insane.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Yes.
Insane. I cannot comprehend a single thing he's doing. Blows my mind. And then he's playing Festival. It's like, I'm just hitting notes slowly. And then DJ Max is like, going crazy.
So the thing is, we have people who are somehow saying, oh, but Festival is easy because it's not Max. The problem for Max is it's never going to bring in new players. It's very niche. So when people go, oh, it's not as hard as this, you're trying to say, let's cut people out and gatekeep. And I can't stand that. Like, you need something that's going to get people in the door.
Yeah, I see what you mean about, like, this is a hard topic because I want to say a lot of things, but I'm reading a lot of things, and I'm trusting that the people who are saying things out there like this come around and understand that this is such a good thing.
I hope they do.
I hope they do. And it's not just Festival, it's the Festival and the Riffmaster. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, you know who you are, you know who you're talking about. And I see with the Riffmaster especially. And, like, you're valid. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sharing some of the concerns, too.
Sure.
About the Riffmaster. Why is it the first guitar in 7 years and it's a Rock Band guitar? It costs this much for a better Stratocaster or something like that. Or it's a Rock Band guitar equals bad. And that's a universally shared opinion amongst a lot of people. But I think...
that's just a fact.
It's a universal opinion. And we have said the same things, too. Like, even before the Riffmaster came out, it's like, do we like Rock Band guitars? No, we don't like Rock Band guitars. We don't. We really don't. And then there's other people saying, like, oh, PDP chose their meat riders.
Yeah.
That comment.
You saw that comment?
That comment, yeah.
Hey, shout out to that. Shout out to that guy because
you
know what? You're saying, like, the quiet part out loud. You're going against the wave. I think you got that rush when you type that out and you hit enter. You know what I mean? Not like a whole lot of other people are saying that too.
And then everyone clapped.
And then everyone clapped, and I got $100 bill from the manager. No
way.
Whoa! But
that man's name, Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein. He grew up to be Bill Gates. That's crazy. And he was right. He did. Yeah. And and that's the thing, right? You just, as people, as content creators, we still read every single thing. We read everybody's concerns, what everybody's talking about.
I check the comments on Lore here all the time.
Yeah, and it's fine that people say stuff like that because, hey, you're entitled to your opinion, all that good stuff. But
hold on, and that same guy also said that pickguard looks disgusting.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
What's wrong with it? It's fine. It's fine.
I thought it looks way better.
Dude was just on big hater energy that morning.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
But, like, yeah, the point with the comments and stuff, like, somebody had commented saying that maybe we should have better disclosed that this, like certain opinions on the Riffmaster and that it was an ad, and, like, we took that criticism. We were like,
know
what?
That's fair. I agree with the criticism.
That's one of the reasons why Jason said, like, hey, look, guys, I'm getting paid. Because we didn't make that clear, and we're sorry about that. Like, genuinely.
Legitimately, I don't want to hide anything like this. Right? No. In fact, I almost feel like it's to my detriment at points that I'm too transparent, if I'm going to be completely honest. Because people come through, ask me a question, I give it to them, they leave. And, yeah, dude, I think I need better boundaries on that myself, to be honest.
Just lie.
Yeah,
just lie. My own personal gain.
At the very end of the day, when it comes to, stuff about the Riffmaster, people talking about it, all this stuff, if you have like 2 or 3 guitars already, let the people with 0 or or who are taping their keyboards to a baseball bat with a PlayStation controller, let those guys vote with their wallet and all that stuff too. I mean, hey, you can in a time where speaking your piece online has a digital footprint, and it's just like, yo, bro, and then you just kind of go out of your way to just kind of shit all over this and all this stuff. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, some people aren't even reading this shit. People are going to be getting this shit anyway, and the whole scene is just going to be expanding. People are going to have more plastic guitars in their hands, and that's a positive. It's like, why, we look at that and all that stuff. It's like,
this
bro,
is nothing but good for the whole scene.
It's like nothing
In
but
fact,
good too. Who cares if you spent the Riffmaster price? Somebody bought the Riffmaster with their money. Who cares? Why do you care about their wallet and all that stuff?
This might be a hot take. This might be a hot take, but it might be a good thing that it sold out as quickly as it did, because that really made an impression on many people. It shows that there's a huge demand that is not being met.
It made an impression on PDP.
That is a fact.
Yes.
Yes.
We have internal discussions with PDP that we cannot share, but they are very well aware of the situation right now, and they're working in overdrive mode, no pun intended, to rectify supply issues and improve things.
Soon TM.
Soon TM.
Hopefully we'll have more news for you eventually, but yeah, like,
No, but it made a splash. Like, it was outstandingly good launch in terms of, like, not perception, that's a pretty bad perception, but in terms of reception. There, a lot of people wanted them. A lot of people who couldn't get them but still want them. That's good. It's good.
And now that a big company to big drop like this, there are probably several people at Xbox.
Just send shockwaves.
There's probably like several people at Xbox.
Other companies.
We got to make a new Guitar Hero game.
Yeah. People want this shit.
That's what you wanted to hear, right?
Probably.
Is that what you guys want to hear? Yeah.
Hey,
is that what you guys want to
Guitar
hear?
Hero 3 remastered.
I want you guys to hear something real quick. All 3 of you all need to hear it, because we're talking about comments from last week, and it would be real bad of us not to mention the best comment I think the channel has ever received since we've done this podcast. Shout out to TTRB from last week. Real shit. I saw that, and it made me a little emotional, if I'm being completely honest. I say that after just saying I'm not going to be as transparent, right? Shout out to these 4 guys for working so hard to keep this community alive the last 8+ years. I can't imagine how cathartic of a feeling it is for you all to see a new official controller release. Not sure what the future holds, but this is happening in large part due to this group of guys. Hats off to all of you. Thank you. That's incredibly kind. Seriously.
We do try. I mean, like, we do try our best. Like, and it's funny because a friend had said to me, like, why did you decide to, market a product that is a competitor to you, right? And I was like, well, it's simple. I'm like, I just want this game to survive. That's all. Like, yeah, I make money modding guitars and everything, but it's just like, I'm offering something different than the Riffmaster. First of all,
yeah. Let's be honest. It's not really your competitor. Yeah. It's a different type of market that you're.
It's just a different market.
Maybe in the beginning I saw a new guitar as a competitor, but based on what we've got, I just don't see it. And even if more companies come out with guitars, it's like somebody might end up making a guitar that's much more modding friendly than the Riffmaster, and then we move on from there. Like, I don't know, but
yes.
That's a good thing. That it's almost a partnership in not official, but it
like,
kind of.
I share. Like that comment is great because it is very cathartic, and I really do just want to see these games succeed. That's all I care about.
Yep, I think that's what all of us really care about the most. I mean, this is our favorite game in the world. This has changed our lives in ways it's hard to even quantify.
And all this other discourse like going on about like Riffmaster doesn't perform this well. Oh, it's a rock band guitar. It's like
there's no having it.
It's cool that you're making it very apparent that you don't want people playing this game too. Yeah, it's very, very cool that you're coming out and saying that stuff. You can say that stuff, and I can say my piece too. I can say my piece too about that. You can have your opinions. I have my opinions on you. At the end of the day, we only want good things. We don't want to just be like, okay, this shit sucks. This shit's gonna die. I hate this. I don't like this. I'm gonna go back to this. Go ahead, go back to that. We're gonna be over here. Oh, the big meme. The meme where it's like the crowd of people. It's the guy at the stick figure.
Yeah,
and he just does the big thumbs up, and he goes back to the crowd. He goes back to the circle.
It's like, hey, congrats, buddy. Fuck you. Bye. We're gonna go continue doing what we're doing over here.
I think that's
you've hit like several people with that, Alec. I think.
Yeah. No, and I like verbatim, straight up, just that.
I think
some of them deleted their comments. Like
they did.
throw something in here
Yeah.
real quick because I feel like it's just perfect for this moment.
Absolutely.
We need to let people enjoy things for what they are, right? Like, I'll point out, to example, the reason I played Yarg, no Ghost on stream for as long was because I legitimately enjoyed it. And lately, I've been picking up Clone Hero again with the Riffmaster because it's fun to just test myself, regardless of the engine, on a guitar that I'm not familiar with.
You didn't like Clone Hero, but you had all these things, bad things you say about it, Jason.
Wait, I want things to be better
Shame
for
on
the
you.
community, but I'm still not allowed to play the game? I don't.
No, I think
What?
Jason's just a liar
I think
and a
you're a liar and a
fraud.
hypocrite, Jason.
It's almost
Canceled.
like at the end of the day, bro, we were playing these games before a lot of the people who were playing Fortnite existed, right? Like, that's a hard
They were
feeling.
alive.
Legitimately,
That's,
if
like-
you are a kid, if you are less than an adult, you were not born when Guitar Hero 1 came out.
And
If
we
you were
are
not 18 or more, actually,
all
wait,
of
no.
us. I think
Yeah, 2005.
absolutely.
Shit.
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck, I hate that.
Yeah, me too. It's fucking awful. But
You
at
know
the end
what?
of the
Hey.
day, dude, all four of us, we've been around enough to have seen the history. That's the reason we wanted to make the show, because we legitimately care. We maybe too much at points, but that's the reason we're here, because
Yeah,
if we
I think we
There's a
do
line.
care too much, actually.
like
But like for real, no matter what people say, no matter what all that stuff does, like we love everybody that like gives this game attention.
Yes.
We love everybody that gives the genre attention as well. Because
Yeah, like
the more
Jake,
the
you
merrier.
Jake posted yesterday, or it was 2 days ago, that a VTuber was streaming Guitar Hero on
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah, I got done with my. It was yesterday when we were recording this. After I finished up my
Yeah.
Smash Hit stream, I was wrapping up. I was getting stuff ready, and then I was just on Twitch, and then I saw this channel recommended me that was playing Guitar Hero on tour Modern Hits. I'm like, what? Somebody's streaming a DS game with like 200 viewers? Huh? Who's this? And it's a VTuber. There was a VTuber playing Guitar Hero on Twitch.
And
I thought that was really
not to
neat.
mention that like a month
those
or,
things
like,
shouldn't
was it 2
exist
months
in the
ago?
same realm. Like VTubers are a new like 2020 era type thing, and then
Yeah.
fucking Guitar Hero
There's been
DS
a lot
on a
of-
real
2
DS.
months
By the
ago,
way,
Snuffy.
she was playing on a real DS, not emulator. I can hear the
Oh, that's
crazy.
real OG.
even
Wait, but she
They
had
have
like
a cap
she had
card.
like a capture card. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
jealous,
like a capture
actually.
card DS.
I'm actually
Wow.
actually super. How much do those cost nowadays? Like
A
they don't
lot.
make them anymore.
Probably a shit ton.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna go find that Twitch. I want to shout her out. That was
Yeah.
Tumo Umari, TOMOE
Shout
UMARI,
out to you.
and Twitch
Cool as
playing
hell.
that. She's not a
Real
Guitar
one.
Hero streamer by any means. She's a VTuber, but she was playing Guitar Hero, and I thought that was neat.
Real one
2 months
right there.
before that, bro, like Snuffy was playing World Tour Definitive Edition, and she had Neanners and like as like the vocalist and shit. Like
Yeah,
it's just
stuff like
crazy to me.
And like when
And,
when
like-
the OTK crew was playing Rock Band 4 at S-Fan's house,
There-
that
yeah,
was
and
fucking
then-
weird
and then-
too.
And then before that, Miskiff was playing Clone Hero, so I sent him a guitar, and then he pretended to not like it, but apparently he loved it, according to Wojito, one of his mods. So
That's just.
I was like, because like I was at my ex's family's for Christmas, and I was watching the stream, and I was so upset because I thought he hated it. I thought Miskiff hated it, but then
Hey man,
I
you gotta
talked.
do
Well,
stuff. People just do stuff for the bit, man.
well, he did, yeah. And then Wojito followed me on Twitter, and so I messaged him, and I was like, "Oh."
Wojita was like
and-
somebody who kind of works for Miskiff. He's like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah, he
say
works
like
for
a
OTK.
assistant,
He works
but
for
yeah, he works
OTK.
with OTK. Does
He
scheduling
mods
stuff.
for him. But yeah, I was like, oh, dude, like, I watched it live. I thought he hated it. And he was like, no, dude, he loves that thing. And I was like, really? Like, I was like, no, because I was upset too, because I left a note in there, and I had included some 3D printed fidget toys for his ADHD, and he made up some bullshit like, oh, by the way, I like Ludwig better than you. Here's $50. Like, he just made something up. He didn't want to read the note anymore. It was too long, so he just made something up, right? Like, and he never got, like, I was just like, whatever, man. It's whatever. Miskiff, if you ever see this, I'm glad you liked the guitar. I'm glad you liked it.
You're blowing his
Me
cover,
too. It was
bro.
cool to watch it.
I'd make one for you guys again if OTK was ever interested. I told Wojito that. If anybody else in the org was interested, I'd help you out. So,
Hey, maybe as Fortnite Festival becomes more popular, we'll see more people interested in buying plastic guitars.
Rock Band
You know,
5.
Already are.
I've noticed a pattern with the song drops. Now that we're going back to Fortnite Festival, I want to pivot. Dude, the amount of throwbacks, old head type, drops that they've been having.
This last
I
week,
think
yeah.
they're seriously gearing up for instrument mode. which I truly believe is going to drop when the Riffmasters get into people's hands.
Me too.
When people that aren't us and other reviewers and other, other sponsored people in the industry and in entertainment and gaming industry, once the average Joe has a Riffmaster, I think Festival is going to, it's just going to be available. It's going to be up. So, they're getting ready. They have the middle, Jimmy Eat World, they got Carry On Wayward Son, they got fucking News Hysteria.
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Don't Fear the Reaper is massive.
They've had Buddy Holly. They've had the the 9 Inch Nails song. Hand That Feeds. Go with the Flow. Hey, you guys play Rock Band? You guys like Rock Band? You remember these songs? Hey, come play our video game, please.
We have
It's just like Rock Band.
And it's like some of the even newer picks too, like Greta Van Fleet. And I think some of even the epic songs are really fun too. I can't wait to play was it the Periphery track?
Your Own Mind.
Your Own Mind.
Shout out to
that
Spencer from Periphery. Yeah,
that's super cool.
But they're seriously gearing up, and that's probably why we're getting all these massive song drops. I feel like, just as me talking, I think they're probably going to slow down when season 3 drops. We're probably going to go back to 4, 5, 6 songs a week. We're getting
honestly,
massive drops.
That's okay. 8 songs is a lot to do.
8 songs is a lot.
It's a lot of songs.
8 songs, 8 to 9 songs is insane. You know what I mean?
How long can they keep up that pace?
5. We're still waiting on Maroon 5.
We are still waiting.
I forgot about that.
Theoretically, sorry, it's never ever, expected from leaks, because they are leaks at the end of the day. They're not final. What's said is just what's said on Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, is what's final. So we're still, theoretically, we're still looking for Africa by Toto, Rock Band for a DLC cut, that whole Evanescence album, theoretically, right? We're still waiting on Maroon 5. And I think that's about it so far.
The Maroon 5 one is the most likely of all of them.
Industry Baby, Lil Nas X is still nowhere to be found. I think he's going to be Festival Season 3. I think he's going to be Festival Season 3, personally. Because he's doing a whole album rollout right now. He's teasing his new stuff all over social media. I think it's going to come out in a month, and his album's going to drop. And there's going to be his old hits and probably a cherry picked from his new album. That's
okay. Well, now you're kind of convincing me. I thought maybe they go more rocky-ish for.
No, he's doing a whole album rollout at the moment.
I was hoping Festival Pass would be more of a Rock Band type deal. If it is true that they are dropping the Rock Band mode on season 3.
But I still think it's better to look at FSFC'er than Rock Band. Look at FSFC'er.
Yeah. True.
Because those little Nas X songs are on there, and then again with this DLC this week. 4 of the songs, the latest one from this last week, the week with Kansas and Blue Oyster Cult, half the songs that week were from FSFC'er. Again.
Yeah. And Drop Mix.
So,
and Drop
Call
Mix
Me Maybe was in Drop Mix.
I wonder if it's just because they have more recent licenses with those and it's easier to get
They probably do, yeah.
They most likely do. And so
what is it, 10 years?
10 years usually.
10 years, and they're probably hey, we'll pay you just a little bit more to extend it. Can we have it in this game that does the exact same thing? All right, cool. Thanks. Cool.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning,
I would
too,
love
though.
to figure out how that works.
I would love to figure out how that works, too.
Hey, it's worth throwing out that they are putting out, again, more free jam tracks right now, too. They're up to 19 this week they're giving. Daily.
Holy shit. The daily rotation's up to 19 now?
19?
God damn.
19.
By the first anniversary, we're going to have 30, probably. We're probably going to have 30 free songs by the first anniversary of
probably. I mean, if they keep putting out songs at this pace, okay, let's do the math. How many songs are in the game right now? 109, 110?
110, something like that?
Something close. It's over 110, I know that.
Well, it won't matter in the grand scheme of things. So the first anniversary is December 9th. Okay, so that's how many months away is that from today? So we have all of April, March, or May, June, July, August, September, October,
8.5 months.
November. 8.5 months. Okay, so that was weeks. That'd be we'll just say 34 weeks. 34 weeks times 8 songs a week. If they keep this current pace, that's another 272 songs on top of the 110 we have now.
It's a lot of songs,
we're approaching 400 songs by the 1 year anniversary if they keep up the current pace.
But Jake, I can get 100,000 songs right now on Rhythmverse.
Fuck off!
You make a good point. Why would I play this free game when I can get other free games for free?
Hey, see, I'm doing the shit talking for you. I'm doing the shit talking for you, guy who called us meat writers. All right, I'm doing the shit talking for you, bro. In real time, bitch.
And here's my instant answer. My instant answer is just because you want to play tappy stuff on Klon or Yarg or whatever doesn't grow the seed.
Well, no. And if you want to, do it. Go for it. Have fun.
If you want to, go ahead. Yeah, make some content around it and get people interested.
Yeah.
Do it. Stop talking and fucking do it.
And
do it.
Like, you know what? You can. That's great. The old games exist. All the open source games, the clone games, they exist. And it's great. I think our missions are different. You just want to have fun in your own way. Yep. And I love that. I think that grows the community. But you're doing it for yourself. That's cool. I think even people just thinking about Clone Hero is also a good thing. And I think people coming out of the woodworks who have not spoken about Guitar Hero and Rock Band in years, coming out and saying, like, I don't know why they're doing this Riffmaster and this Fortnite garbage. Why would I do that? And I could just load up the thing. It's like, I haven't heard you speak about Guitar Hero in like 20 years. That's fucking great. I'm glad you're around and still, thinking about it. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. No ill will. I love everybody that even thinks about this game. That's cool. That's great.
Yeah, I mean that's half the battle, right? Is getting the idea in people's heads. That's all of what advertising.
That's what Guitar Hero Live did. Why would you want to get on Guitar Hero Live and play the 6th? I mean, hey, look, that's a valid opinion. 6th Fret was very polarizing, and they've really fucked up GHTV. They've astronomically fucked up GHTV. But yeah, I mean, that being said, we got people who are coming out of the woodworks and just saying like, hey, I don't like this. I'm going to go play Clone Hero instead. It's like, yeah, bro, I haven't heard you speak in so long about this game. That's great. That's awesome.
Glad that they still have you by the balls. Any other little crumb of mentions of new Guitar Hero or Rock Band stuff, you're like, oh, really? Really? Oh, I guess I'll keep playing the old stuff then.
Dude, we were watching the Game Awards. We were like, all right, Guitar Hero 10. Next announcement. Like, the whole time.
It's coming.
Rock Band 5. Next
man, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, 4chan leaks, Rock Band 5, Nintendo Switch. Come on.
Yo! I've seen so much more copium, by the way. So much more copium about, Riffmaster? Does that mean Rock Band 5's coming out? I didn't know they were making a new Rock Band game. Why else would it be a new guitar if there's not a new Rock Band game? I'm getting those comments on my videos.
Unfortunately, as much as we like the idea of helping the community and helping grow it, which we're doing, the four of us cannot hold up the entire community. We are not Atlas with the planet Earth holding up the globe. As much as I'd love to, we need other people to care as much and to share. We really do. And that's something that I think is a hard thing for me to communicate. So I'm going to try to do it as eloquently as possible. But hey, if you listen to this and you care and you want to see this grow,
we see you. No. Deadass in my community. I feel like, which I'm so grateful, and specifically my community and streaming and all that stuff. I think everybody is just kind of on the same page here. We're all very critical of the things that we see and we read and are announced, and we do enjoy the things that are right then and there, and we're off it when we're done. And then we still enjoy all the other games as well. It's such a perfect balance, I think. And so shout out to my community for that shit. Y'all are seriously awesome. I think it's kind of just spreading all around. Everyone is kind of just defending and saying their pieces.
Yes.
The way that we want it to be said too. We're communicating. Communication is out there.
Hell yeah. You love to see it, man. I think at the end of the day, it's one of those things where the more that we get these messages out and get people interested in rhythm games, it helps us all, right? It helps us all.
Yeah, if you're listening and you ever wanted to make content, do it. Just do it.
Please,
you never know what's going to happen. Because when I started, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I wanted people to know that this game is still real and still out here. That's what I did. The game was dead in the water, toxic community, etc. I wanted to just put videos out because I thought it was, I thought it was setting like a cool example. I wanted to show people like, hey, we're out here, we're doing these cool fucking things, or I'm out here doing these cool things. Why not other people do these cool fucking things?
Hey,
and
listen,
here we are, 10 years later, shit.
I just got started streaming 2 weeks ago. I mean, I've streamed here and there, but now I'm going to try to actually stream consistently for a long time.
That's fun,
and I just got started now, and I'm a new streamer, and I've gotten multiple people coming to me saying, hey, I want to get started streaming. How should I do that? I've had multiple DMs saying, hey, what's your capture card? Should I buy that capture card? What game should I stream?
Just start streaming.
Just do it. Just start.
And the
just
nice
do
thing
it.
is too, regardless of what your angle is about going for it, you can do it because all four of us here are approaching things differently. I go from the music aspect, and then if competitions are there, that's when I grind, right? I've proven that in the past, but that's been part of my issue for years is I haven't felt desire to put effort into certain things without competition. That's my own brain rot, right? But what about Moose with console, or Alec with his love, or JP with his fucking guitars that he makes? We all approach it differently, and we all add value to the scene, and you can too, and we want to encourage that. Real shit.
And without you,
they don't
we have
make
nothing.
they don't make it super easy to just start streaming on PlayStation and Xbox for nothing. Also, they don't do that
True.
for nothing. Even just like little clips here and there. Like, man, it's just from such a dying scene that we have this opportunity, like with Fortnite Festival. It's open so many.
And you've got
so many eyes,
options, like you
Yes.
can get 1,000 followers and stream on TikTok, stream on YouTube, stream on Twitch. Like
Yeah, you stream on YouTube for free, dead ass.
Go to Kick.
Just
Go
do
to
that.
Kick if you really want to.
Go watch the Shrek movie on Clone Hero on Kick.
They'll let you
There's
do
so
that.
many movies charted.
So if you want to do
Clone
that,
Hero.
then do it over
It's
there.
fucked
They'll
up.
let you do it. Yeah,
It's
they'll
fucked
let
up
you
how
do
many
it.
movies are charted for Clone
Dude,
Hero.
I played a chart of Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny on TikTok once.
I'm gonna need
Dude,
you to
what?
send that to me. I
That
want to
whole
do that on
movie is
420.
charted.
I could do that.
I want to do that on 420. That would be fire.
The whole movie's
Last year on 420, I did Shrek. I think 420
Yeah.
with Pick of Destiny would be insane.
Yeah.
That's a
Holy
good call.
shit.
Yeah.
It's
I've seen
honestly
that
not
movie
that bad.
dozens of
It's not a
times.
bad chart like the Shrek one either. Like it's not terrible.
Dude, and that's like an ultimate stoner movie too.
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Pick of Destiny. Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, just catch us on 420 when we stream movies on Kick.com.
Yep,
Or
below
Or
Kick TV.
TikTok.
What the
They don't
fuck is
give
it?
a fuck. They don't give a
Oh
Or-
God!
They're
Wait a
shutting down a
second.
year.
What day does that fall on? Is it? Oh, it's on a Saturday. I was like, oh God, we're recording that day. Then
perfect.
shit.
That's perfect.
Nice.
That's perfect. Yeah.
It all works
blitzed.
out.
You get started
All right.
early,
Hey,
guys,
and then
next
get
Lore
blitzed
Hero
during or
we're gonna
after.
have Shrek. We're gonna have Shrek in an extremely small resolution at the bottom right of the video.
With
Hey, yo,
Subway
hey,
Surfers
oh.
gameplay.
Here's an actual idea. 420 Lore Hero, we're gonna get the fog juice rolling, right? Me and Al.
Oh my
get the,
God.
get the fog
Okay.
machines out and hotbox our
Let's
room.
fog.
Yeah, I'll hotbox my basement, dead ass. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, get a big old gallon jug of vape juice.
Oh,
Not fog juice.
Yeah.
I looked it up. You can put vape juice in
We
a
need
fog machine. It
expedited
works.
shipping right now.
Yeah.
bro, make sure you don't get anything with nicotine in it because you're gonna have a head buzz going hard if that's the case.
No, I'm gonna get
That's the
those
point.
I'm gonna empty out those synthetic vapes, the juice inside of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
man.
like get a
Smoking
boneyard
those
full of just
Chinese
old vapes
chemicals.
with nothing in it. Yeah,
I'm gonna
You
start
know,
reciting
smoking that-
Dracula Flow before we end the.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop now. Then okay. See you. Bye. Lore Hero episode 24 out. See you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.